Hey guys, what's cracking? Godsman here, coming at you with another fight night. The V fight nights are still raring on high, and with us we've got ourselves a matchup between a deck that is all about fun and a deck that is not about fun. Well, for the opponent anyway. That's right, I'm talking about a clash between the Pale Moon Circus and the insidious crime syndicate, Mega Colony. Now, leading the charge with his infamous bugs will be the Bugman himself wearing the red gloves, Maz. How are we doing, sir?
I am here to represent the Colts. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great. Me and my blue gloves are ready to show you the time of your life. Maybe a deadly time of your life. We're gonna find out though, because the Pale Moon Circus, well, it's a dual-faceted clan, as I'm about to display in tonight's fight night. And now with all that said, let's go ahead and get this going. Stand up, the Vanguard. Entertain the messenger.
Machining worker ants.
Okay, draw. From my hand, we'll begin with Magical Partner. I draw one card from the skill of Entertain Messenger, and then I activate the skill of Magical Partner after getting Energy Generator, version V. With its skill, I look at the top 7 cards of the deck, and then I can put one card from among them into the soul. If Dusk Illusionist Robert is in the soul, I can then add a card from my soul to my hand. Let's look at the top 7 and see if we can get our main actor. Ah, there he is. Dusk Illusionist Robert, straight into the soul. And, as I already stated, Magical Partner allows me the ability to get a card from the soul back to the hand. And I don't think I'm going to need Entertain Messenger for our performance tonight. So, I'll add it to the hand, and shuffle up. Over to you, friend.
Alright, it's my turn. I'll draw. Let's start things off nice and easy, shall we? We shall ride into Machining Black Soldier first off. We'll do the effects of our starter. We'll get our draw, we'll get our quick shield, and we'll get our energy generator and get 3 energy. So many things happening first turn.
Oh, trust me, you're gonna notice a cascade of combos with this deck as well.
Well, we'll see how the combos fan out once I get everything set up. And to help me get set up, Black Soldier, it's time for you to do your skill. Checking top 7 for machining.
Yeah, look at the top 5 cards for machining, and then if you put a card in the hand, you're gonna put it in the hand. But if it's on rear circle, it would normally have to discard, meaning that as a Vanguard, Black Soldier doesn't have to discard when it finds out the top 5. It's a somewhat
top
archetypal
5 and not
skill.
Top 7. Okay,
yeah.
Well, it was still in the top 5 anyway, so I'm adding good old Armor Beetle here.
Ah, this is a classic from one of the previous clan collections. Yeah, Machining Black Soldier is an interesting fun fact to the audience. This is an archetypal skill that was initiated by Metalborg Miskos, which we saw in a previous fight night already. When that card revealed, it was sort of what you would call the Legion Search Helper, and so most Legion decks will end up having a card like this as their sort of archetypal searcher.
Alright, so there's nothing else I want to do for this first turn here, so I'm just going to swing at you for 8k.
Counterblast is overrated. I guard with my Poison Juggler.
Damage check. Another Black Soldier.
Ah, like ants, they just propagate over and over again.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Alright, draw. For the second act of the performance, I ride Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon skill. When it's placed on the van or rear circle, I can choose a card from my hand, put it into the soul. In exchange, I'll be able to draw a card. So then, I'll be placing my Crimson Beast Tamer into the soul to draw a card. Mirror Demon gets 3,000 power, but that's not all. Because Mirror Demon was placed as a Vanguard, I can then draw a card on top of that. Look at that sweet, sweet synergy. Okay, and now Mirror Demon attacks for 12 on your Vanguard.
And I'll no-guard this.
Drive trigger check. Looks like I'm not the only one seeing double on my drive checks.
And it looks like I'm not the only one seeing double on everything else either. It's another armor.
I'll get these out of the way quickly, I suppose. Back to you.
Alright, I'll stand and draw. Alright, nothing too fancy here. We're just going to be riding into Machining Mosquito, Mark II. Mark
II. Ooh, Machining Mosquito.
Doesn't do anything just yet, but once my next turn comes around, we'll be having some fun. In the meantime, let's set up some things with some other things. Let's call out our good old buddy Armor Beetle over here. And then we are going to call out Machining Cyblister behind him. Going to do the skill of Armor Beetle. We are going to rest one of your non-existent rear guards and give him +6.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah. And now, Side Blister, because it was arrested by a card ability, I look at the top 3 cards of the deck and I call out a card of machining from among them. Oh hey, look at that. It's another Armor Horn. Or Armor Beetle, not Armor Horn.
Oh shoot! Having one on each, like you got one in the head, you got like 2 on the field. Like it's just insane how this guy just keeps propagating. But you know what? This is also very dangerous for me because it has a continuous on rear circle skill where all the opponent's rear guards will lose intercept and boost and cannot gain them. So that's going to be pretty harsh for a clan like Pale Moon, which emphasizes on the combo ability of your rear guards in tandem.
Yeah, it's almost as if I planned this out or something. Anyway, time to your van.
Ah, frick. Don't say that now. Yeah, I'll do this. I guard with Mirror Demon.
Alright, we're going to do 9 again with 1 check.
No guard.
Drive check. No trigger. Hey, another Side Blister.
Maybe I can get a trigger. No dice.
No dice. But there is 15 to the face.
Ooh. You drive a hard bargain. I'm going to have to take that as well. Ah, no triggers.
Damn. 2 grade 3s in damage already. I'm not sure if that's good or not, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, I've got all I need. The Pale Moon Circus can afford to lose an actor or 2. Stand and draw. Now, from my hand, it's time to ride to grade 3. Energy charge. For the 3rd act, we're going to have our deuteragonist of the show take the stage. Nightmare Summoner, Rakiel, Raido. With skill of Rakiel, I'm going to be able to get ourselves the Excel 2. For Excel 2, let's go ahead and go for this one, because why not? I feel like being a little trolly today and add in a Leon marker. Let's draw 1 card off the Excel 2 effect. Now, Rakiel has an on-play skill, and also Rotopon, but that'll come next turn. By counterblasting 1, I can give 10,000 power to Rakiel, and furthermore, when Rakiel attacks, by taking in 2 of my Pale Moon Circus rear guards into the soul, I can then call 2 fresh substitutions in the same column as each other. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and start calling out some more cards. I'll activate the skill of Crimson Beast Tamer from the Soul. By taking a card from my hand and putting it into the Soul, since I haven't called a rear guard from Soul this turn, Crimson Beast Tamer can now take the stage. Following that up, I call Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon skill. Mirror Demon takes 1 card from my hand and places it into the Soul. I put Turquoise Beast Tamer. Then I draw a card and Mirror Demon gets 3,000 power. Oh, sheesh. And here we go again. I call Mirror Demon, an activating skill. Mirror Demon puts Girl Who Crossed the Gap into the Soul. I draw 1 card and 3,000 power goes to Mirror Demon. It's just one after the other. Okay. And now, activating the skill of Girl Who Crossed the Gap. By calling her the rear circle and then subsequently placing her into the soul, I can give 3,000 power to a unit of my choice. I'll grant it to Mirror Demon.
The gap that she crosses is into the dimension of Vincent Van Gogh.
Actually, yeah. Yeah, you look at the art. She's going into a painting, a Van Gogh painting. How about that? Okay. Now then, it turns out I couldn't really get grade 1 rear guards, but it doesn't matter, because surprisingly, I couldn't boost anyway. So we're going to go ahead and take it in this direction instead. I begin off light with Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon gets 5,000 Powerball on the Excel 2, so we'll go 17 on your Machining Mosquito Mark II.
17 on my Machining Mosquito? Well, I'm going to guard it with Machining Side Blister.
Alright then. Now, skill of Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon moves to the soul to grant 5,000 power to a rear guard of my choice, and I'll grant it to Crimson Beast Tamer. Next up, Crimson Beast Tamer is going to attack your Vanguard for 14.
14 on my Vanguard? No guard. We'll take it. Damage check, heal trigger. No heal, but all effects on my Vanguard.
Ooh, alright. Changing targets then. I'm going to go after this guy right here, your Armor Beetle in the same column as Mirror Demon for 17.
Sure, I'll let that go.
Okay, now it's time for the main attack. Attacking with Nightmare Summoner Rakiel, and as his name implies, he's going to summon out some fresh substitutions. Let's get Mirror Demon and Crimson Beast Tamer into this soul. And then calling 2 rear guards into the column. Let's call Crimson Beast Tamer and Girl Who Crossed the Gap. And now, activating skill of Turquoise Beast Tamer. When Crimson Beast Tamer is called to rear or van circle, let's Energy Blast 3. Superior Call. Another Tamer. And we'll put it behind Rakiel. However, you're not grade 3 yet, so no additional power will be met at this time. 22,000 on the Vanguard with Twin Drive.
22 with Twin Drive to my currently 19. I'll no guard this. Let's see what you got.
Okay, the Twin Drive. First check. No trigger. How about the second check, though? No trigger again. A little dry, but that's fine. The main performance is yet to arrive. 1 damage to you.
Damage check, no trigger.
Seems I'm not the only one damage checking grade 3s. Alright, now, because I can't boost due to the skill of Armor Beetle, I'm simply going to swing for 9,000 on your other Armor Beetle. However, Girl Who Crossed the Gap was only 4,000 power. She couldn't have made a difference anyway.
Yeah, true. But what does make a difference is this quick shield that I have in my hand.
Well then, in which case, I'm going to have to go ahead and pass it over to you for the time being. Turn Endo.
Alright, stand and draw. Now then, let's have some fun, shall we? We're gonna go ahead and ride Machining Scorpion Mark II.
Oh boy. Now what does this do?
Well, first, obviously, we gotta protect Marker from the on-ride, so let me do that first before I get all the other things going. So, first things first, Mosquito's skill, when he is rode upon, I get to look at the top 7 cards, choose 2 cards of Machinings from among them, wheel them, choose one of the reveal cards, put it into my hand, and put the rest into Soul. Let's see what we find.
Ooh, sets up Soul and gets hand. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that effect in my clan.
I like these. I will take good old-fashioned Tarantula Mark II, and we are going to take another Mosquito Mark II.
Ooh, alright. Mosquito. Okay, next thing I know, you're going to reveal that you have 2 more mosquitoes in the hand.
It would be very funny if I did, but no. I'm going to put one of the mosquitoes in hand, though, and I'll put the Tarantula Mark II into my Soul.
Alright.
And now, let's see. How do we want to order this? Because I have options. Go ahead and call...
For the skill of Mark II, when placed in the Vanguard circle, Soul Blasting 1 to search the deck or drop zone for a Mark II to the rear circle. He's got a variety of choices from this.
I almost forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me about that.
You bet.
Well, I mean, since you were so kind to point it out, let's do that. And call 1 straight to the rear guard circle.
Alright. There it is, another mosquito.
Yup, another mosquito. And now, when I activate the act ability of my Vanguard with Machining in its card name, all my Vanguard's original critical becomes 2.
Ooh.
So that's fun.
Yeah, if you activate the act ability of your Machining Vanguard, comes 2. Oh, and your Scorpion has 2 act abilities for Mosquito to combo off of, so either one of them would actually proc this. Huh, that's interesting too, because the other Machining Vanguards in V-Series, right, which is Spark Hercules and Black Saturn, they both have act skills as well, so it doesn't matter. Mosquito would work with any of them. That's awesome.
Mosquito works with actually every single Vanguard that could be used for machining. Every single one gets comboed with this.
Clever. Alright.
Very.
So what's next?
So next, I'm going to use Mark II's skill. I'm going to put Meteor Bullet into Soul. And I'm going to call out Meteor Bullet. And I'm going to call out Tarantula.
Ooh. Alright.
Now, Mosquito, so I just used the act ability. My Vanguard's critical becomes 2 now, so let me just put that there so that I don't forget. And now I'm going to use Tarantulas on place. Counterblast 1. And put 2 cards from my drop back onto the bottom of the deck. I'm going to choose Black Soldier, and I'm going to choose Armor Beetle. This gets power +5, and unfortunately I didn't get one of each, so no free call from deck.
Guess I have to get to that later, though.
Yeah, but you know what? We're fine. We can make do with that. Because what I'm going to do next, I'm going to use the ability of Meteor Bullet. I'm going to rest the Side Blister, give it +10, and then trigger Side Blister.
Once more, you can call the machining off the top 3. Imagine you could call your Tarantula's partner in crime Hornet.
Yeah, imagine. But unfortunately, I didn't see that. Although I did see something that I think is just as good, I think. Do I want to? Yeah, I do want to. I'm going to call out Red Soldier.
Red Soldier? Okay, that's 3 rear guards rested, and you got 2 standing in the front row. It's kind of funny having to rest a card just to give power to another unit that's already rested.
Yeah. But we can make do with this. Activating the second act skill of Machining Scorpion, Mark II.
Oh, you're not going to activate Red Soldier skill first.
I keep on forgetting that that's an act. I thought that was an auto as well.
Would you like to do it now while you have a chance?
You know what? Yeah, let's do it now while we have a chance. Why not? Let's do it. Rest this unit, so last one. +5 for each grade of your opponent's Vanguard. So that's a good old 15.
Having to rest this another rear guard means that you have now 5 rested rear guards on this field.
Yep, and that means everyone's gonna restand when I do this.
Oh boy, here comes the big kahuna skill of Machining Scorpion Mark II. Explain away.
Alright, so, a few things happen here. First things first, Counterblast 2, stand on my rear guards. All my front row gain +10 until the end of turn. Then, if all my rear guards have machining in their names, which they do, choose all your opponent's units in the front row, rest them, they cannot stand during their next stand phase. And if I choose 2 or less units, which I do, this also gets an extra drop.
Oh, poor Rakiel. Even my Vanguard isn't safe from this, he's stunned as well.
Yep, the Vanguard and that rear guard. Gotta love it, right?
Aw, but they were such good working actors. How could you do that to them? They had promising careers until you paralyzed them.
Because I needed the insurance money.
Oh man, take that out of context, Tanya Harding.
And before I finish things off, I'm going to Energy Blast 7 to get an extra draw.
Alright.
Alright. So, because I got Meteor Bullets, and I have 5 other rear guards with machining in their name, all my rear guards with machining gain boost.
Well, so that's why Tarantula. It makes a good number when you're boosting a grade 2 with it. Oh, that's why Tarantula.
That's why Tarantula.
That's clever. Okay, so regardless, you were fine to use that effect. That's so clever. All right, let's begin.
All right, so I'm going to swing with the Vanguard first. We're going to be swinging for 10, 22, 34, 54. No, not 54. 44 with 2 crits.
44. Oh, sweet lord. Tough choices are emerging here. Okay, let's go ahead.
Oh, and also, let's not forget 3 drives as well.
Ooh. Okay. Guard. With Pleasure Caster. With skill of Pleasure Caster, because you have an extra critical that wasn't from a trigger effect, plus 10,000 to the shield. And heck. Let me go ahead and guard with the second one while I'm at it. So that now puts me up to 52 to your 44. But in order to successfully 3 to pass this, let me go ahead and throw down Dynamite Juggler additionally.
Alright, so let's do our first check here. Draw trigger. Nice. I was thinking that this needed a little bit more power on its own side. So I'll do power there, and I'll draw. Second check.
Ooh, Black Soldier.
Oh, okay, there it is, yeah. And third check. Another black soldier. Cool. I'll take these.
Okay. Yeah, the ants. The ants are colonizing.
Alright, so now... we're going to be swinging with this column first. We got 19, 29, 37.
No guard. No trigger.
Alright, and then we are going to be swinging for 24, 34, 34 plus 17, 44, 50, 44 plus 7, what's that? 51.
Ooh, well, that's a little high for me. I'll take it. Damage check. Dynamite Juggler, power goes to Yugioh.
Alright, and unfortunately for me, I don't have the open counterblast to do Red Soldier, so no extra attack on my end.
Okay. I walk away with 4 then. But you've got a big hand in a full field. I'm gonna have to do a lot to get through this.
Big hand in a full field.
Okay. But if you
think
that's gonna be...
The best part is, if I wanted to, I could have also went Protect 2 last turn, so because I have the 2 Great 2s in the front.
That's true. You could have intercepted and get more power from that. Okay. That's a lot to get through, but something tells me you may not be quite prepared for the next act here. Okay, and now, as the curtain rises on the 4th and perhaps final act of the Pale Moon Circus, we're going to go ahead and energy charge and ride into the showstopper, the main event. Dusk Illusionist, the Robert, the Raido. By the way, it's not Robert, it's Robert, guys. Imaginary Gift, Axel 2. I draw 1 card. And then, by counterblasting 1, Robert gains a very dangerous skill, which was Yugioh's previous skill. 10,000 power goes to Robert, and when Robert attacks, I'll be sucking in 2 rear guards in order to call 2 fresh substitutions from behind the curtains. And because you're a grade 3, they will be getting 5,000 power, so beware for that. But we've got loads to do before it even reaches that point. So then, let me go ahead and activate skill of Girl Who Crossed the Gap. So Girl Who Crossed the Gap is placing herself into the soul to give 3,000 power to a card of my choice. I choose Turquoise Beast Tamer, and then I draw 1 card. This triggers the skill of Dusk Illusionist Robid. When my rear guard is put into the soul, by soul blasting 1, I can make you choose one of your rear guards and place it in the soul. If none were put there, then Robert gains access to a little deck secking, but we're gonna need to get to that a little bit later. So then, I'll Soul Blast Entertain Messenger. You choose a rear guard and place it into the soul, sir.
I'll be putting Tarantula Mark II into soul.
Alright. And then, next up, let's go ahead and activate skill of my... let's do it like this. Calling Rackwell. And now, Dusk Illusion is Robert's second skill. He also has an axe skill much like Machining Scorpion to get out fresh substitutions from the soul. I choose 1 of my rear guards and any card from my drop zone and place them into the soul. Then, I can call 2 cards from the soul to the rear guard circle of play. So, Dusk Illusionist, we'll put in 2, and the cards that I call, let's do Mirror Demon and Magical Partner. This sets off a couple different skills here at this moment. Activating skill of Yugioh by soul blasting itself, I can give an extra 6,000 power to one of my units. And if that wasn't enough, he also gives me the ability to countercharge once I haven't countercharged this turn. So I'll countercharge off Yugioh. And then, skill of my Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon places a magical partner into the soul to draw 1 card and get 3,000 power. Ooh, alright then. Then, let's go ahead and activate the skill of our friend Skull Juggler. Skull Juggler, in the act, I'll put in Crimson Beast Tamer, and by doing that, Skull Juggler can now juggle his way onto the field with 2,000 power. Then, at the end of the turn, he'll return back to the hand. Next, I call Pardos. Let's go ahead and do this in earnest. We have Robert here at the bitch now. For rear guards. I didn't use Robert earlier because I don't want to use up my soul too hastily. So let's do it like this. I'll begin with Knife Strike Pardos with support. Counterblast 1. I soul charge 1 and then choose a card other than Pardos for the soul and Superior Call it to play. Kind of funny that happens then. So, Superior calling back Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon's skill, as always, I'm sure you're acquainted with it by now. Placing 1 card from my hand into soul to draw and get 3,000 power. I'll place Megadude. Alright then. This is going to be attacking you for 17 on your Vanguard.
17, I shall intercept.
I had a feeling you'd do that. Next up, let's attack with Mirror Demon. All skills in totality is going to be 18 on your Vanguard.
I will no guard. Critical trigger, all effects to my Vanguard.
Okay. Now, at the end of the battle, the Mirror Demon attacks. I move him to the soul to give 5,000 power to a unit of my choice. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Turquoise Beast Tamer. Now, Skill of Robert activates once more. Let's Soul Blast for this one. By choosing a card from my soul, let's choose Girl Who Crossed the Gap. You now have to choose one of your rear guards and place it into the soul.
I'll be putting Red Soldier into soul.
Alright then. Next up, let's swing with Robert. Now, with the skill acquired by Yugioh, I'll be able to look at the top. Yeah, let's do it like this. Attacking. Let's take you two into the soul once more. And then, calling out 2 fresh substitutions. Let's call out Megadude. And we'll also call out you. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Mirror Demon once more. They have to be in the same column, but I don't particularly mind that for this reason. Not only do they get 5,000 power from their own skills, but they both activate other skills of their own accord. 5,000 power from Yugioh's bonus since you're a grade 3 or greater, but then activating skill of Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon is going to place Dusk Illusionist Robert into the soul to draw and get 3,000 power. But that 3,000 power isn't going to matter very much because now I activate Megadude's skill. When placed from soul by my Vanguard's ability, I'll be able to give it 15,000 power provided that I choose a card from any player's circle and put it into soul. So, that's 3 cards being placed into the soul. Now, I'll Soul Blast 3. So I Soul Blast Girl Who Crossed the Gap, Knife Strike Pardos, and also one of my magical partners. By doing that, you're going to have to choose 2 rear cards to put in the soul, and then for the third, I'll look at the top card of the deck and place them the top or bottom in any order.
Allow 2 rear guards into soul, BB your bullet, and Psy Blister.
Alright. Let's look at the top card of the deck and define its position, shall we? Let's place it on the bottom. Alright. I think I'm about ready to actually commence this attack. 22 on your Vanguard.
22, I'm currently at 22 as well. So this currently is even. So if I want this to not go through, I need at least a 15k shield, don't I? I will guard with the draw trigger, skill the draw trigger to gain plus 5k shield because you rolled a grade 3 this fight. And I will also be using a Hornet from my hand to guard the rest.
2 to pass? Alright then. The first check. No trigger. The second check. Ooh, very nice. It's a good thing I managed to use Robert's skill to dig into that while I had a chance. I'm going to grant all effects to Mirror Demon. But don't think it's over yet. Oh no. Robert has one final trick up his sleeve. Activating skill of Robert at the end of the battle. I counterblast 1. Discard 1 card from my hands. And now I can choose a creatureless card from my soul and write it as stand. That's right, I'm writing back down. And wouldn't you know it, I have a lot of appetizing options within the soul at the moment. I'll go for Knife Strike Pardos. Okay. Next up, I attack with Mirror Demon with support from Skull Juggler. All skills being taken into account, this will be for 31 with a critical.
31 with a critical. Guard with Black Soldier.
Okay, Mirror Demon skill. Mirror Demon moves to Soul. I'm going to grant an extra 5,000 power to a unit of my choice, and I grant it to Knife Strike Pardos. Now, Knife Strike. Swing with support. And let's not forget Knife Strike skill. Oh no. Counterblast 1. Soul Charge 1. Choose a card from my soul other than Pardos, and Superior Call it. A waste of a heal trigger, but it was worth it. Superior Calling back to the field. Mirror Demon. And we'll call him over on the Excel marker. Mirror Demon skill, as always. Placing Dusk Illusionist Robert into the soul to draw 1 card. Alright, this is going to be for a grand total of 14 being boosted by 16, and then Turquoise gets 2,000 power because Tamer's in the soul, and I look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put a card from among them into the soul. Sure, we'll filter out Pardos. Okay, are you ready for this attack? 32 with 1 drive.
32 with 1 drive. I can't risk it. I will guard, and I will also guard. Load me up to 37.
Gotcha. Check. No trigger. Ooh, surprising. Mirror Demon attacks. Although he can't hit by moving into the soul, he can put up Mega Dude once more and attack for 25 with Mega Dude.
I'll no guard this attack. Critical trigger.
Ah, I see. At the end of the turn, Skull Juggler returns back to my hand. And then, from the soul, come back once more. Dusk Illusionist, throw bid. However, I do not get an imaginary gift from this ride. Over to you.
Alright, stand and draw. Alright, let's see if we can end this here. 7 cards in your hand, you're at 4 damage.
That was quite the vicious offense, I must say. I did so many attacks there. It was beautiful.
Yep. This will be a tough one for me, but I think I have a way out. I think I should have a way out here. I'm going to start by activating the effect. My Scorpion Mark II. I'm going to put a card from my hand into Soul. I will be putting Mosquito to Soul, and I will call out a Mosquito, and I will be calling out Meteor Bullet.
Okay.
Next, from my hand, I'm going to be calling out a few things. One, I'm going to be calling out Hornet Mark II.
Interesting.
Next,
Hornet. You were the missing piece from earlier.
calling out Tarantula. Then finally, calling out Black Soldier. And Black Soldier is going to check top 5 for another machining.
Beautiful. All 5 of the new machinings from this set have now made it on the field here. You didn't even have to use the Legion skill of your Tarantula to get Hornet. You just had it this time. Very nice.
Correct. I'll add you, and I will discard the other Tarantula that's in my hand.
Alright.
Alright. So, let's see. How do we want to sequence this? First things first, we'll activate Meteor Bullet. We'll rest this one to give Meteor Bullet plus 10k.
Okay.
Next, I'll activate Scorpion. Counterblast 2. Restand all my rear guards.
And now my 2 front row units are paralyzed, and once more I only had 2 on there, so you get a drive. Ugh. That one's on me. I had to get greedy.
Okay. This could be it, but we will see how this goes for me. I want to make sure I'm just not forgetting any other skills here. Yep. I forgot that skill. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to do Tarantulas. I keep on thinking that this one's on boost.
No, it's an act.
Yeah.
Ooh. Unfortunate.
Oh, it's already long past the point where I can get to do that. It would have been nice if I could, because it would have made it so that when you wrote upon that again this turn, I would have gotten to have things happen, aka you discarding a card.
Right.
In that case, we'll just start swinging. So we'll swing at the Vanguard. 24, 34, 44, 2 crits.
I'll go ahead and guard that with Hoopmaster by discarding Crimson Beast Tamer.
Alright, triple drive. First check. Sentinel, finally.
Ooh.
Second check. Draw trigger. Power here and I'll draw. And the final check. Critical trigger. All effects onto Hornet.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do this. I'll swing with this column first. Hornet skill. During my turn, all my units the same column as this unit gains +5 as well. And because Tarantula is in the column, you can't intercept. So this is going to be 10, 20, 30, 42, 51 with 2 criticals to your Vanguard.
Ooh, okay. I can't take that one. And which Hornet has the critical, but Mosquito doesn't, right?
Correct.
Okay, in which case, let's go ahead and guard with another Hoopmaster. I'll discard Dynamite Juggler.
Alright. And then at the end of... Oh, that's the end of the turn, not end of battle. Alright, so then we're going to be swinging with this column now with 19, 29, 37 to the rear guard over here.
Oh, you saw to that. Okay. Darn. Uh-oh. I'm starting to run out of options.
Alright. End of turn. Few things are going to happen. First things first. This is going to put itself into Soul. I get to draw a card, and since I did not countercharge at all this turn, I get to countercharge 1. Next, skill of Hornet. At the end of the turn, it puts him and Tarantula into Soul, and then I get to choose a grade 3 from Soul and add it to hand. I'm going to add the Tarantula back to hand. And with that, my turn is over.
Okay. Stand Turquoise Beast Tamer and draw.
You made me use up my entire hand last turn, and I was able to get most of it back.
Well, maybe not as much as I wanted. Ooh, I don't have a ride here, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and keep Robert as this. Now.
Yeah, if I had sequenced that correctly, you not having a ride here would have been so fun.
Oh well. But on the bright side, I can still do some things. So, activating skill of Robert. I can choose a card from my rear circle and also from my drop zone and place them into the soul. So, let me go ahead and put Rackwell and Turquoise Beast Tamer back into that soul. And then, I can call 2 cards back to the field. Let's call back out Rackwell and Crimson Beast Tamer. Activating skill of my Turquoise Beast Tamer, Energy Blast 3, and Superior Call Crimson behind Crimson here. Okay. By doing that, I think I have what I need here. 5,000 power goes to Yugioh since it's on the Excel. And now, swing with support. Activating skill of Turquoise Beast Tamer, I look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put a card from among them into the soul. Let's place another turquoise. This is for 17 on your Vanguard.
17 at my Vanguard. You know, I think it's time for me to get a little cheeky here, shall we? I'm going to guard skill. It was put onto the guarding circle by something other than a set of no ability. I'm going to counterblast 1. Check top 5.
Uh-oh. Quintet de Water.
Okay. I will be calling out Cybless. How much did you say this was again?
This is for 17, so you only need a 10k guard to stop this.
Yep. Making sure, so I'm going to call out Cyblister out. And then skill of the perfect, or not the Sentinel. You get to choose up to 2, then your opponent chooses up to 2 of their rear guards and rest them. If your opponent rests 1 or less, I get to draw a card. And if you did not rest any rear guards, one of my Vanguards gains +5.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and take your benefits. I'm not resting Rockule.
Alright, so I get to draw, and I get a +5.
However, you had to use a counterblast for that quintet wall, even though that sure is beneficial.
Yup.
Okay. Now, Nightmare Summoner Rakbo. Activate. He's going 17 on your... you know what? I'll take out Hornet.
Guard.
Alright, I was still able to demand a little bit more shield than normal from that. Okay. And now, once more, I end my turn. Robert's no longer paralyzed.
Then, draw, and I shall re-ride into Scorpion.
Oh boy!
Alright. Now, as you said, I don't have any open CB, which is unfortunate for most people. Luckily for me, I'm not most people. So I'm going to do the skill. I'm going to put... I will put Red Soldier into Soul. And I will be calling out... Tarantula. Actually, no, not Tarantula. I will actually be calling out Hornet. And I will be calling out Black Soldier.
Ah, okay. Black Soldier's still a countercharger, but... And it doesn't even have any real conditions to it, so you can still get back a CC at least.
Yep. I'm then going to call Tarantula from my hand. No on-place effects. However, I can do its axe skill. Rest it. Well, not, is it... Yeah, rest one of my rear guards. Energy Blast 3. Choose one of your opponent's units. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, it gets auto on van and rear when this unit is rolled upon, or leaves the rear guard circle. Choose a card from your hand and discard it. And auto on the van and rear. At the end of your turn, I get to draw a card.
Oh, okay, so I either have to discard to get rid of it, or you get to draw if I don't get rid of it. That's nasty.
Yep. And I'm gonna go ahead and give that to your Vanguard.
Okay. I mean, on the bright side here, it's not paralyzed, so I can still use it.
Yep, it's not paralyzed, but, you know, everything else is fine. I'm going to do the skill, I'm going to rest this, and I'm just going to give Meteor Bullet another +10.
Oh.
Now, unfortunately for all of us, I don't have a way to do the Vanguard skill to restand everything, but that's fine with me. I think this is more than enough. Since I did use an act ability, I still get the extra critical. So we're swinging for 10, 22, 34 with 2 crits.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and guard with Pleasure Caster to get plus 10,000 to the shield because it still has an original critical too thanks to Machining Mosquito. That sets me up to 37, and then I'm going to head up even higher to 57 by getting rid of one of my Hoopmaster. I can Superior Call the other to battle with 20k to the shield. So that'll put me to a grand total of 57 to your 34, making it no pass.
Yep, correct. So first check. Heal trigger. I do heal.
Uh-oh.
And then second check. Another Meteor Bullet. Alright.
That was a real sick, nasty combo you did, by the way, dude. What the heck? You're like, I only need one attack to kill anyway. I might as well. That's such a control maneuver.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do our end of turn skills. We'll put this into Soul. Since I have a Vanguard Machining, draw a card, countercharge 1.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And then we might as well do this as well, put the column into Soul as well, and return a grade 3 to hand. Jeez, I wonder which grade 3 I'm going to be returning to hand. Jeez,
it's almost like you want more protect markers. Ah, sheesh.
And that is going to be it for me.
All right.
And while you get your turn set up, I'm just going to go ahead and group all these up because my Soul is starting to come out of hand.
Oh, understandable. I've got 12, my guy. Standondo. Draw. So nice to be able to stand you back up, Robert. Okay. Now, I don't have a lot of things at my disposal, but I still have the will to do this. Let's go ahead and start with the actability of my Robert. So, or do I want to do Robert yet? Do I have... Yeah, I have to do it this way. Robert is going to take a card from my drop zone and a card from a rear circle and place them into the soul. And then I can superior call 2 units from the soul. So I'm going to put in Rackwell, and I'll also put in Crimson Beast Tamer. Okay, and then I can superior call 2 cards to the fields. Let's superior call Mirror Demon. And I also superior call choices. Magical Partner. And I'll superior call them like this. Okay. Rackwell skill. I'm going to Soul Blast a Rackwell to give 6,000 power and countercharge 1 since I haven't this turn. I'm going to give it to Robert in countercharge. I won't be activating Mirror Demon's skill. I don't want to dig any deeper into that deck. Now, Crimson Beast Tamer skill, however, because there's another Beast Tamer in the soul, I get 3,000 power. It's just like the original. Having another Crimson Beast Tamer powers up the existing ones on the field. Okay. And now it's time for... I think it's time for battle. Yeah, let's call. I'll begin the attack with my Mirror Demon. Mirror Demon is going to be heading for 17 on your Vanguard.
No guard. Damage check. Critical trigger. All effects to my Vanguard.
Ah, trats again. Okay. But that's not it. I'm not done yet. Mirror Demon's going to move into the soul. In order to give 5,000 power to a unit of my choice, I choose Dusk, Illusionist, Robert. And then that triggers Robert. Let's Soul Blast out. Let's do another Robert. You choose a rear guard and place it into the soul, my friend.
I shall be putting Mosquito into soul.
Gotcha. And then Magical Partner skill. Partner moves into the soul. And let's take a card from my drop zone and place it into the soul as well. I'll be putting back in... You know what? Let's put you back in. I'll put back in another Crimson Beast Tamer. Okay. Next up, attacking with... We'll attack with Crimson Beast Tamer with support from Turquoise Beast Tamer. Turquoise's skill, I'm going to look at the top 3 cards of the deck and put up to 1 card from among them into the soul. I'd rather not deck out, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as is. However, because Crimson Beast Tamer exists in the soul now, she can unlock another bit of her potential. 2,000 power for this. So, with the extra 5,000, that's going to be an extra 22 on 22. I still managed to hit the number thanks to my combination of skills.
22 on 22. Well, we'll just make this very easy for the both of us. I'll Guard of Hate draw trigger.
Okay then. And now, let's swing with the Robert with support from Magical Partner. That's going to be for 31 in total.
31 to my 22. So I need a 20k shield if I want this to be a 2 to pass, right?
Yeah, or you could, you're at 22, so putting it at 42 to my 31 is a 2 to pass, yeah. Or you could use Protect Marker if you like, get those out of the way.
I could if I really wanted to. But you know... That just sounds like an incredibly smart idea. So I'm going to go ahead and use the protect marker, discarding side blister.
Oh, by the way, your meteor bullet is gone because of my other suck into soul.
Oh yeah, I figured that was happening. I
there.
just wasn't sure if it procced or not.
I'll go ahead and do my twin drive here, and let me go ahead and get rid of another card from soul for that. Okay. Twin drive, first check. Magical partner, second check. Oh, really, Dick? Oh no. It's trats. It's like I ran into another bit of bad luck there. Now, magical partner is going to move itself into the soul. And by doing that, I can take a card from my drop zone and place it back into the soul. So let's put in Megadude. And then Robert skill. Robert will soul blast one card. We'll soul blast out one of my magical partners. And I'll look at the top card of the deck because you now lack rear guards. To the bottom. I'll pass the turn back over to you.
So it is ending your turn and it is still there. So I get to draw a card then.
Yeah, unfortunately. I couldn't quite get around that skill, and because if I were to ride over it, I would have to discard. I'd rather keep my hand.
Yeah, fair. All right, so I shall stand and I shall do my normal draw for turn and energy charge 3.
Ooh.
All right, we are going to go ahead and ride into another Scorpion Mark II. We shall get a protect marker. Now, the question is, do I still have Mark IIs in my deck that I can call out? Well, you know what? I might as well just check for the sake of checking. I shall Soul Blast 1 to see if I do have a target to call out.
All right.
So, you want to know what's really funny?
You do?
I do. I could call out another Scorpion.
Oh, it is indeed a Mark II. Oh, man. There has never been a lone insect.
Nope. So now, let's have some fun. I'm going to call out the Machining Mosquito from my hand.
Legion.
I'm going to call out the Meteor Bullet from my hand. And I'm going to activate the effect of Scorpion Mark II. I'm going to put a card from my hand into Soul. I'm going to put a draw trigger into Soul. And I'm going to call out 2 cards as rest. Tarantula and Hornet, come back out.
Uh-oh, it's double Legion again. You didn't even have to use Legion skills. You just get them, bro. It's awesome.
Nope.
That's
Once
great.
I see them, I'm always going to have them.
Oh, man. Shoot, I mean, in here I am thinking, oh, put your cards into the soul. That'll sure teach him. He's like, all right.
All right.
Go back to the hive.
That makes them easy for me to get them from.
I just want a deck stack.
All right, let's have some fun, shall we? We're going to go ahead and do Tarantula skill. We are going to rest a rear guard. We are going to energy blast 3. And we are going to do the effect to choose one of my opponent's units. You know what happens to it. I'm going to be choosing the Vanguard.
Oh, crap. And now you're going to do the other skill.
Meteor Bullet, rest, plus 10. And then finally, Machining Scorpion Mark II, show them what you got. Counterblast 2, restand all of my rear guards, gains an extra crit, and your Vanguard and your Grey 2 are both now stunned.
Oh, no. Why do I keep doing this to you, Crimson Beast Tamer? Why?
Now, let's finish this off if we can. My Vanguard is going to attack for 10, 20, 32, 44, 2 criticals to the Vanguard.
Like hell it will. Skull Juggler, Quintet to 1. Counterblast 1, and look at the top 5 cards of the deck and call any of them to the Guardian Circle. Okay, let's see. So in order to successfully guard this attack, I'm going to need a fair bit of help here. 44. I'm at 22. 32.
And remember, this is triple drive.
Yeah. Okay, Knife Strike Pardos as well. 37. 52. And Intercept. Okay, I gotta get rid of all these. That's gonna be a 2 to pass. It's all I can manage. Don't hurt me.
Just checking for something real quick. Alright, so how much you say this was?
This is 57 to your 44. 2 to pass.
Okay, 2 to pass. First check. No trigger. That's a good sign. Second check. No trigger. Okay. Final check. Critical trigger! All effects onto Hornet Mark II.
Uh-oh.
And Hornet Mark II, since I have a Tarantula Mark II in the same column. Oh, wait! You weren't able to intersect with that, actually, because of Hornet Mark II.
I'll give you this.
There you go.
I'll give you that. And I'll just have this come back.
In that case, we shall swing 10, 20, 30, 40, to 51, 2 crits to the Vanguard.
Oh no, I can't guard it! I'm 10k short! First check. Okay, come on, baby. Second check.
GG!
Oh man, the Pale Moon Circus has been dismantled. I couldn't do it. No. Oh, that was a good game though. Machinings look efficient as frick, dude. It has a system, my guy. The crime syndicate is strong. It's like the Kingpin or something has just come to New York.
Yeah, I know that I misplayed a lot. I definitely misplayed a lot, but I hope that for everyone who is watching, I showed off the capability of these cards and what they can do when things are actually working like a well-oiled machine.
Nice pun. That was a good display, and Robert too had a lot to show here. Whether it's deck stacking, getting rid of the opponent's rear cards with this famous disappearing act, calling into another couple of cards with the soul, or even riding into a great show less. You got loads of tricks with this guy, right? Now there's not a lot of power going on here, so I can see where against some protect-oriented decks, it may not be the strongest thing in the world, but man, it realistically, the strength of Robert lies in the imagination of you, the player, because it's such an expressive deck. There's nothing you can't do. I mean, dude, I'm playing a main deck grade 4. Like, where are you?
Yeah,
Mega, dude. I'm playing that, dude.
I'll be honest, when I saw that come out, I was like, oh man, he's cooking. I didn't even realize you can actually play that in this.
Oh yeah, you can totally play that in this, because I mean, Robert will call it, as long as you've got like, you're doing it off the Rocky bit, right? And like, and furthermore, right, it's also worth noting that you could like pair up with Rocky, get some extra counter charges and power. You've got a lot of soul building options with Turquoise Beast Tamer and also Mirror Demon. I mean, Mirror Demon is just such a strong card for this deck, but you have to be careful about this deck, right? And I wasn't as careful as I probably should have been, because in actuality, you could deck out quite quickly, especially because of Mirror Demon. So you only want to use his skill when you feel like it's truly worth it. And heck, technically speaking, to put into soul to get 5,000 power, yeah, it's hiding in the soul and it is power, but you are also minusing yourself every time you do it. So it's probably better to not have a reckless hand when playing Robert, because any deft magician is only going to be as strong as his ability to weave those hands into a magic sign, or whatever the heck Robert does. It seems he's got a little googly monster eye in the hat. I wonder what that is. I don't think we're ever going to know. Anyway, that's going to do it for this fight night here. If you guys liked how these decks operated, then do be sure to check out the project news announcement channel in my Discord down below, where we're going to be doing the full reveals for Mega Quality and Pale Moon. If you're looking forward to the next fight night, then be sure to put on that subscribe, notification bell, comment if you like, all that good stuff. We do loads of Vanguard content here, whether it's top 10s, other fights like this, anime discussions, the whole shebang, so check them out. And with that said, take care, and God bless.